Y&R Spoilers Revealed in a world full of intrigue and secrecy, Cole and Victoria's story on the young and the restless is about to reach a dangerous climax. Step by step, Cole has outlined a bold plan, hidden behind deceitful and calculating actions. His goal is not simply to win Victoria's heart, but also a long-term strategy to penetrate deep into Newman Enterprises, a powerful empire that he desires to have. And to do this, he has prepared everything, including creating dramatic situations to deceive Victoria and those around him. The story begins when Cole, while Victoria is facing challenges in her work and personal life, suddenly pretends to be seriously ill. Everyone, including Victoria, is worried and thinks that he may be facing a serious health problem. Under Victoria's caring gaze, Cole seemed to receive more and more attention and sympathy. But behind that, was he taking advantage of Victoria's kindness and weakness to create a perfect cover for his schemes? During this process, Cole became more and more skillful in creating the image of a weak man who needed protection, who needed a strong woman like Victoria by his side. He used fake weakness to make Victoria feel responsible for him, to lure her into the traps he had set up. However, behind all these actions, the most important question that Victoria did not know was whether Cole truly loved her, or was he simply using her to get deeper into Newman Enterprises, to take what he desired. One day, the terrible truth began to be revealed. Victoria, by accident, discovered the secrets that Cole had been hiding all this time. What makes her even more stunned is the suspicion about the true identity of Claire, the child she and Cole raised together. These suspicions gradually become true when Victoria discovers that Claire may not be her daughter. This is a huge shock to Victoria, because all this time, she has loved and cared for Claire as if she were her own child. These suspicions quickly turn into a heartbreaking truth when Victoria realizes that all the plans Cole has made have been for one purpose, to take over Newman Enterprises. From the beginning, having a child would build trust and a strong bond between Victoria and Cole, making her never doubt his true goals. However, now, everything is revealed, and Cole can no longer hide his schemes. Cole's actions are increasingly exposed, and he cannot escape the punishment for what he has done. Victoria cannot accept the lies that Cole has created all this time. Feelings of betrayal, anger, and disappointment make her decide that she cannot continue this relationship. Cole's actions are not only a blow to her feelings but also a betrayal of what they have built over the years. Victoria will have to make a painful decision, but perhaps she will not be able to continue loving and trusting a man who has hurt her and taken advantage of her feelings. This relationship is not only the end of a love story, but also a valuable lesson about trust and what can happen when we blindly trust others. And when all the truth is revealed, Cole will have to pay the price for his actions. He has lost not only Victoria's love but also the opportunity to build a career at Newman Enterprises. Everything he had done was now in pieces, and the path ahead was now dark and thorny. Cole might have won Victoria's pity for a while, but in the end he would not be able to escape the consequences of his own actions. Cole has always dreamed of a life of power, especially at Newman Enterprises, where he believes he can build a future, control and position in a world full of power games. But to achieve that, Cole knows that he cannot simply enter the usual way. He needs to have a different path, a strategy that no one expects. And in this calculated game, Victoria Newman is the most important card that Cole has chosen. From the first days he met Victoria, Cole noticed her strong, intelligent and attractive. He knows that if he wants to succeed in his plan, he must win her over, and make her trust him completely. But to do this, Cole cannot simply use charm. He needs to create situations where Victoria feels that she needs him, needs to protect him, and from there, a strong bond will be formed. So when Victoria began to face a series of difficulties in her work and personal life, Cole saw his opportunity. He decided to pretend to be seriously ill. At first, the pain he showed seemed very convincing. He caught Victoria's attention, making it impossible for her to ignore. Victoria, with her kind nature and deep caring ability, could not be indifferent. She began to worry about Cole, visiting him every day, taking care of him as if he were a relative. Their conversations, their emotional gazes, seemed to make their relationship stronger than ever. Victoria did not even realize that, while she was giving all her love and care to Cole, he was secretly plotting a perfect plan to take everything he wanted. Cole understood that in order to gain Victoria's absolute trust, he needed to make her feel that she could not live without him. And he succeeded in creating the image of a weak man, needing the protection of a strong woman like Victoria. But then, a strange sign appeared, when Victoria began to notice strange things around her. She began to have a feeling of insecurity. Something was not right, not just because of Cole's illness. She began to feel a tension in their relationship, an ambiguity that she had not recognized before. Feeling torn between love for Cole and suspicion of what he was really hiding, Victoria could no longer continue to live in a dream without seeing the truth. This suspicion gradually became a reality when one day, during a chance conversation with Claire, she began to notice things that were not right. Claire, whom Victoria had always considered her real daughter, seemed to have strange signs in her behavior. She began to feel that Claire was not her daughter as she had thought. Events from the past, situations that Victoria had previously ignored, now come back into focus. Could it be that Claire is not her child, but part of Cole's plan all along? As Victoria continues to investigate, she uncovers a terrifying secret. Cole has not only been lying to her about his health, but is also using their relationship to gain control of Newman Enterprises. From conversations with people familiar with the company, Victoria discovers that Cole approached Newman Enterprises with the intention of infiltrating and seizing power. Just as Victoria feared, Cole has manipulated the situation and plotted to become an integral part of Newman. But his plans have now been discovered. Victoria, filled with anger and betrayal, confronts Cole. In a tense encounter, she exposes the truth, and Cole can no longer hide. Victoria's words were like sharp knives, direct and full of pain. "Everything I did for you, all the care I gave you, was a joke to you, right? You didn't love me, did you? You just wanted to use me and take what was mine." Cole's confession could not convince Victoria. She could not forgive him, could not accept the lies he had created. The feeling of betrayal and deception was too great for her to continue in this relationship. She decided to end everything, not only the relationship but also all ties with Cole. With his schemes, Cole had lost everything. He not only lost Victoria, but also lost the opportunity to enter Newman Enterprises. All he had left now were the fragments of a ruined plan. No matter how hard he tried, Cole could not restore the trust he had lost. Victoria, despite her heartache, is determined to move on. She knows that she must stand up and overcome these difficulties to continue her life. Although she is a strong woman, what Cole has done makes her realize that, sometimes, the path of pain is also the path to maturity. And in the darkness of the conspiracy, a loser is waiting for the next opportunity, but will he learn his lesson this time or will he continue to fall into power games? Cole and Victoria's story is not over yet, but perhaps, this time, Victoria will not let herself fall into toxic relationships anymore.